Well, hello, folks. Welcome to both channels. This will be on both channels, Integrated Preparedness and American Reversion. This isn't going to take long, but there's a very important point that I want to make about active shooter that I don't hear most people talking about. I was in there relaxing in my chair, waiting to start watching a movie with the family, and I got a little ding on my phone, and I looked and I saw that there was a message, a comment on Patreon, on the Patreon channel from Doc Galt. He says, here you go, Steve, here's another one. And there was a link, and I hit the link. Active shooter, Tulsa, Oklahoma. That sound behind you is Kelly running to the store to get a few things for the movie. Tulsa, Oklahoma. So I checked it out. 4 dead. We don't know how many are wounded at, was it St. Francis? I think that's it. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I just glanced at it. In a medical building at the St. Francis Hospital or Medical Center or whatever it is. It's a St. something anyway. So 4 dead, injured, a lot injured. Somebody said the guy had a rifle. They are not saying at this time, maybe by the time you see it, they will have. Whether the guy that they saw with a rifle is the shooter doesn't matter. None of that matters. There's one point that I want everyone who may not know to know. When I used to teach active shooter, the one thing that I drilled into the people was this. Active shooters almost always stop, meaning it is concluded, upon first contact with resistance. Sometimes that resistance is another firearm. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's with police. Many times it's not. And I forget the figures on it exactly, but the police are never there when the active shooter situation begins, okay? And very often aren't there when it is concluded. Okay, that's a point I want to make. We've seen some very unfortunate things happen. I'm not going to get into that. But what people need to realize is that who is always there are the intended victims. And people who allow themselves, who continue to allow themselves to be victims in waiting, meaning unarmed and unable to defend themselves and unaware and leaving their safety and security up to others, which we've seen too often how that can work out, are victims in waiting. You need to be the one, and please share this. Share this with everybody that you can think of. This is something that I have. Somebody said the other day, you seem to be passionate about this. Yes, I am. I am. I used to teach this stuff. I know the kind of stupid, ridiculous active shooter training many places provide for their people, for their employees or whoever. Okay? And a lot of it is just ridiculous. The place that I worked at, the healthcare system where I worked, the stuff they put, some of it was all right, but I threw in a lot of my own stuff that was real. This is the thing you have to keep in mind. An active shooter situation concludes almost always at first contact with resistance. The people who are there either by being shot themselves or shooting themselves. Okay, they're most of the time they are not considering about getting away. They want to kill as many people as possible. They want to kill as many people as possible. Sometimes targeted, sometimes not. But as soon as resistance comes, as soon as opposition comes, it's over for them. Either they're going to get popped or they're going to pop themselves. You have to be that resistance. Nobody's coming to help you. Have you heard that before? We talk about that in being prepared. Nobody, you have to figure. Now maybe in some situations, people are coming to help you. But rarely does that happen in time to save everybody. Okay? You are the one who has to protect yourself. That means you have to be armed. There is no way in a world I would go in anywhere I don't care where it is. I don't care. There are stupid signs. And I know I can't tell you to do this, right? I carry everywhere. Why? Because these places always happen at soft targets. The little no sign is an invitation. Come in here. Nobody can protect themselves. It's up to you to decide whether you're going to be able to protect yourself, and those who are with you, your kids, whatever. Okay? I was going to make a video coming up, and I might still, but I'm going to throw in the tag right here, and that is, anyone who does not carry has made the conscious decision to not protect themselves and to leave their safety in the hands of strangers. Okay? This is how you stop it. I put up a great one by a great meme or whatever on both channels' Patreon. Something that Ronald Reagan said. Those of you who are on Patreon will be able to see that. And I'll put up, well, doesn't matter. That's what I want to tell you. Spread this around. Send this to everybody. You probably know a lot of people who are on the fence and say, well, I just don't want to carry. I just don't want to carry. This is why you must. When these things start rolling, they keep rolling for a while. Could be copycat, could be other things that we won't discuss. Could be other things we don't know. But as these things start rolling, they keep rolling for a while. You have to be ready everywhere you are. Simple as that. Have something on you, know how to use it, be willing and ready to use it, and realize it can happen anywhere, anytime, to anyone. Okay? Let you go with that. I hope that I don't come back and talk to you about another one tomorrow. But if another one happens tomorrow, I will, because we need to keep this in the front of everybody's minds. They're trying to keep it in the front of everybody's minds for their worthless little gun control, which is nothing more than making more people potential victims. We have to be out in front of this and educate people on the importance of being their own self-protectors. Okay? I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.